We did it in 3 stages. We did San Francisco to Hawaii, Hawaii to Samoa, and Samoa to Cairns. And we put our oars down and we're kind of like unbuckling ourselves, and suddenly we just hear this like poof, 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 poof. And then we're like, what is that? And so we like everyone just like stopped. And then you basically could hear this pod of whales that were maybe like 10, 20 meters at like from us. And you just heard them like come up with their blowholes and, you know, kind of go under again and then come up again. And we were really just like 6 very normal, like ordinary, like in, you know, brackets, ordinary women who kind of have regular jobs. And so you don't have to be some like extreme athlete to be able to do adventures like this, and it doesn't have to be crossing the ocean, but just anything that kind of brings you joy. And yeah, we grew up Afrikaans at home, and then I guess when we went to the UK, we just had to have extra English lessons. Pretty much the only English that we knew we learnt from Disney films. So it was pretty limited, but yeah, I mean, at that age, you just pick it up so quickly. But there is absolutely no point in starting the row tired. You know, there's just isn't any way that you could prepare yourself for it, like on a sleeping level. So, yeah, we basically, our routine was 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 2 rowing, 2 resting. So she messaged me back and she said, well, why don't you join? So I was like, you must be joking. I've never rowed before in my life. And I live in Cape Town and they're all in the UK. And she replied and said, well, none of that matters. So yeah, obviously it was a bit of a shock. And then we had a weekend in Brecon Beacons where we basically were trained by a company called Fieri, and they do kind of army training with you know, the Sanders lot, and they do team building things. And our task was to do a 24-hour hike, where we basically go to checkpoints, and we took it in turns, and each person basically had to lead a particular section of the trek. So the moments that it was horrible was where you got in, let's say at 2 o'clock in the morning, finished rowing a night shift where you got absolutely drenched. It was either raining or really windy, so you got like splashed, like soaking with salt water. You fall asleep. Obviously you go in and you dry yourself off and whatever, but you fall asleep as quickly as you can. And then you go out again at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it is still raining and it's still wet, and you're having to put your soggy, like rowing clothes on again.